Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. You talk about this Rams defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Kicking unit on the sideline, they're going for it. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Steal, check, steal. Smith, red.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Harris looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 71 yards. And the Rams are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7.
What's tight? Tiny is right. What's tight? Tiny is right. Hey. 4 down. Slam.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Once again, it's Swift. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Show it in.
63. Hey, 73.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 15-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the ground, it's Harris. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Okay, break. 17. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Like 17. Like 17.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's